A beautiful Wednesday morning in the city of Lagos, Nigeria, world. Anywhere you're watching us from, this is me telling you guys, good morning. It's been a very rainy Wednesday. Of course, Wednesday, July the 3rd, 2024. And of course, we're excited to be in the studio. How I got to the studio, I cannot explain. It's a long story. Hope you guys understand. But hey, we're here, and it's often said that the show must go on. Now, you understand that it's often said as well that if you want to go fast, you go alone. But if you want to go far, you go with everybody. And everybody is who we intend to take along with us on the trip this morning. It's going to be a jolly good ride. Now, some of you are held up in traffic. Some of you are home. Some of you are in church, mosques, shrines, anywhere you are, your toilet, whatever it is you're doing. But some of you are at work, so I'm going to give kudos to everybody who has left their house and they are stuck or rain touch or beat them. I'm drenched, but hey, the show must go on. I'm here because WhatsApp is live and we must do everything we're supposed to do on the program today. It's officially the 204th edition of WhatsApp on Galaxy Television, and we're excited to be here to be able to show you guys what through entertainment through and through is all about. My name is Orali. You know me as the Vibes Machine, aka Sugar Daddy of Lagos, aka Big Size Teddy Bear, and today we have an amazing guest in the studio. But first, before I introduce the guest to you guys, I want to tell you guys and reiterate, Galaxy Television is on the go, so make sure you head on to your iOS store or Google Play Store, and that's if you have iPhones or you use Android phones, and get to download the Galaxy mobile app so you can watch from the comfort of your houses, homes, anywhere, churches, malls, anywhere you want to watch it from. We got you guys. We're here for you all day, every day. Anyway, we also stream live on Facebook, on X, which you know is Twitter, and of course Instagram. And then you can get to follow, like, share, whatever it is you want to do. Just make sure that Galaxy understands you guys and you guys understand Galaxy Television. WhatsApp is here to stay. This is the most fun-packed entertainment talk show on national television. I do say so myself, so give us our flowers. There's no type of guest we've not had on the show. We've had actors, we've had actresses of various kinds, both legends, fast rising. We've had comedians, we've had videographers, we've had photographers, we have producers, we've had dancers, we've had celebrity chefs, we've had 2 world record, Guinness World Record holders on the show. We've also had a Grammy Award winner on the show, and it's safe to say that from this show, I feel like a lot of other stations copy the kind of guests we have. So once they see them on here, they now reach out to them like, how far you guys are on this show? Do you mind coming on this one? Yes, we're this trend, how do I put it, pace setters. All right, so this is how it's supposed to be, and that's what we're going to be doing. Now, today on the show, it promises to be exciting because we do have one of Nigeria's finest Nollywood actors in the building. And of course, we're excited because he is here. Apologies also, my co-anchor Omevi Idolor. She can't be here today, at least not at this moment, because she's caught up somewhere. The rain came hard, came heavy on her. But hey, I'm here. I can cover up for anything. I know she's watching, so hey, or maybe if you're watching, I got you. Your seat is empty. I miss you on the show. You're always giving me a problem, but hey, they say men, we can't do without women. And when they are around us, it is still a problem. But what we will do now? The show must go on. Anyway, we'll take a quick break. When we come back, this is WhatsApp on Galaxy Television. Orali Day for you. That's AURALW. And of course, our super duper guest is in the studio. When we come back, you'll be meeting this guest. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to WhatsApp on Galaxy Television. I want to start and tell you guys that every day above 6 feet is a very good day. So welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is WhatsApp on Galaxy Television, and this program is obviously from the overall program via our guest on Galaxy Television. Now we do have someone in the studios this morning I told you he's a very, very super duper great actor. Of course, you have seen him countless times on your screen. He's a legend. His range of versatility, his age of tenacity, his willingness to finish roles, anyone that is given to him, is something that I so much admire. So I'll be saying, and I want you guys to join me from the comfort of anywhere you are to welcome to the studios this morning, Nollywood actor Shola Johnson.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's so nice to be here.
Yes, yeah, I like the black ensemble. You're looking. We're always talking about how our Nollywood actors and celebrities should look very fit. So it feels like you're taking care of your health.
What can we do?
How was it getting to the studios this morning?
Like you said earlier, I think it's a story for another day, because if I should start, well, nature. There's nothing we can do about it.
But I was born in June, and I think I enjoy the rain. It's just that it messes with work sometimes, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, let's tell you one or two things about the legendary actor we have in the studio this morning. His name is Adebola Shola Johnson, and he was born on the 28th of November 1975 in Surulere, Lagos State, Nigeria. Now, he's an actor on stage and screen. That's why I was explaining to you guys his range of versatility. A lot of actors and actresses in Nigeria are only for the screen. This man knows his onions. He's been on stage a couple of times and he's been murdering it. All right, he's an actor on stage and screen, a voiceover artist, model, and MC. Shola Johnson started his acting career with Patmos Playhouse, a drama ministry under Christ Chapel International Churches, Lagos. Shola Johnson is a disciplined actor who has featured in various TV series, movies, stage plays, commercials. The list goes on and on and on. Shola Johnson has also featured in acting jobs like Tinsel. I'm sure you guys watch the award-winning program sitcom on national television, Tinsel. Family Ties, Jennifer's Diary, Golden Starts You, to mention but a few. He's the Covenant, Delima, Chronicles, My Kids, and I, of course, you know that's very popular as well. And the show goes on and on. Shola Johnson's philosophy of life. Listen properly. Shola Johnson's philosophy of life is always be positive. That's what I'm taking this morning. Always be positive. So once again, help us welcome to the studio legendary actor Shola Johnson.
Thank you very much.
Now, your career started a long time ago. Take us back to the history. Tell us the origin of when your career started, when you knew you wanted to do this job, when you wanted to delve into this.
Quick one. I think it started as way back as 1993. You know, it's all about passion. You have to have the passion first before you go into it. There was a drama ministration which was taken to National Theatre. So they, from the church, were asked to go see it. So I got there, I saw the whole thing, and I'm like, wow, I think this is what I want to do. Then I was in SS3 about writing my WAEC. So after my WAEC, I went to meet one of my mothers in church, and like, I want to be part of this. So she took me to meet the coordinator. And the coordinator was like, fine, we need more members. And as it is, I have to go through probation. So there was a performance coming up, which we call ministration. We don't call it performance.
Yes.
Christians.
Yes.
So it was coming up. But the man still insisted. His name is Chino Obasi. He was the coordinator. He insisted that I have to go through probation. So I sat down. I watched the likes of Paul Adams, Kate Henshaw. You know, I just sat down, watched them do their thing on stage, National Theatre. So after that, he said, okay, no problem. For other ones coming up, you get to be part of it. And that was how I just joined. Started from the stage. It goes on and on. Then I went to school. I had to drop, acting. First. I went to school. But I noticed that for every time there's a ministration and I get to hear about it, fine, there was no mobile phones then. So and I get to hear about it, I see myself running all the way from Jos back to Lagos just to be part of it. So finally, I came back to Lagos. That was 1998, 1999. So I was part of it, doing my thing. Then I was now told, like, look, why not venture into screen and see how it goes? I was like, screen, okay. So I went for a couple of auditions, and I think I stopped. Now I went for audition, Super Story. I got picked. I did the role, and that was it. Then I said, okay, let me start going for auditions again. I went for a couple of auditions, but I was kind of pushed away. Like, what is the problem? And we from stage, there's this loudness in our voice.
True.
And we do everything. There's a whole lot of display, which the screen doesn't really like. That's the word I'll use. So every time I'm called to come do anything, I'm always like, no. Don't be so that they do, and we don't want time here. Your voice is too loud, they're going to mic you, blah, 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 blah. So I stopped. So I went into the corporate world, worked for a while, but I was still not satisfied. So I actually came back and started attending auditions again. So from there. So I now give myself a timeline. That was what I did. And that was in 2007, 2008. I gave myself a timeline. And what was it? I just told myself that, look, if by so time I don't get anybody to call me to come do anything, I'm no longer into this acting. I'll just go do salary work. And somehow, as God will have it, I went for an audition. In fact, I was the last person to get to the audition. The last person. And after the whole thing, I just, okay, I'm here, let me just do my thing and go. And instantly they called names. People were there, a whole lot of people were there. But I find out that I was the last person that was called. So that was how I became part of Family Ties, which has the likes of, what's her name now? Jennifer, that's Funke Akindele, Jude Aurora, Alex Osifo, and the rest of those big names. So that was why I now like, okay, seems this is working. So I just went into it, and ever since, I still attend auditions though.
Wow.
And to God be the glory, I've done practically, I've acted or I've featured in practically in big jobs in this country, even though it is not like the main role like they put it, but done a couple of wonderful jobs, and I'm still in it.
Wow.
Thank you.
That's beautiful. We really love that one. It still brings us to the other half of the question, the challenges you faced whilst being on this journey. It hasn't been easy. A couple of people will tell you at some point they didn't have money to get into the car or buses to take them to auditions. But these challenges often spur us to become who we are. So I would love you to speak about some of the challenges, because you have Gen Zs watching. This show was created for them. Some people who want to be the next Shola Johnson, who will hear your story and want to be exactly like you or told the paths that you've taken. Tell us about the challenges you faced.
Well, it's life. You have to face challenges. No matter what you tend to do, you just have to go through challenges. So some of the challenges I went through, I think it started with the name thing. That's why anytime I go for auditions and I tell them my name is Shola Adegbola, because that's my son name. So they're always like, no, this one, we don't want this one. Because then it was mainly like the Easterners were the main people. So anytime you go for auditions, they always like the name, no. So those are part of the challenge. Some of the other challenges were like, okay, like you said earlier, funds. I have to work. Okay, I was staying in Surulere, then from Surulere I moved to Mushin. So at times I have to work from National Theatre, because that was where the main audition was always taking place in those days. There's a popular place we call Abegi. Everybody knows, like, if you know you've been there for like 10-15 years, you know Abegi. So that was where the audition used to take place. You go for audition, after the audition you have to come back, because there's no way they will send it. They paste the names on the board. So you come for audition today, they tell you, okay, in the next 2-3 days, come back. The names of the selected people who would have been displayed. So you have to go home. If you don't have money, you trek. Like you walk all the way. Now, it was fun because it was, like I said, passion. Like, let me just go there. And it's always great. It's always a great thing when you get there and you see your name. Even though you got to a point, some people get there and they start, what's it called? Stroking people's names off. Just so that those ones will come and say, so person didn't come. Okay, you. Let's just choose you. So it went on, and like that, fund was there, family was there, friends. Because it got to a point I got deserted. My friends, my family were
In between.
you know, in between, like, what are you doing? Go and get a job, you know. So there and there, in fact, there's this story I've not really told people. I got married some time ago, and one of the reasons why we got separated or divorced was because she said I should stop acting. And I'm like, what do you want me to do? She said, I can go get other jobs, maybe get a teaching job or something. And I'm like, look, for heaven's sake, I just went to do a job like some couple of days before that day, and this was the amount I was paid. And he wants me to go and do salary job that I'll be paid lesser than that at the end of 30 days, or like they put it, 35 or 37 days. That's another month, you know. So it got a little, and she left. To God be the glory. I told myself nobody was going to derail me from this thing. So I just went into it, and over time, like I said, it's been better. Some friends call and they're like, he's not serious, he doesn't know what he's doing. Some uncles are always like, this boy does not know what he's doing, he's just going astray, and you know. But I know what I'm doing. But also some good friends. This is what you want, guy, go ahead. I'm even sure some of them can't even remember, you know, like the saying goes, you remember if something is done to you, even though the person does not remember. So I'm always like getting in touch with them. Like one day, I might get to pay them back. It might not be in money. It might be like, guy, sit down, watch me. And some of them have been like coming up, but over the years, they've been seeing a couple of what I do. And they're like, guy, you're doing well. We saw you, so excited. Because I don't go about telling people what I do. I don't. People see and they call, or they see me on the road and like, you're the one that did so thing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, at times I'll be like, let me not reveal myself, because there's a particular thing people tag with people in entertainment industry, especially actors. He doesn't have a car. He doesn't live in a big house. He's not wearing designers. And I tell people, look, if you're a real thespian, you don't have to care about all that. Do your thing. But the thing is, you have to be disciplined in everything you do. Your spending, your looks and everything. And also, it is said in the industry that you have to be polite to everybody, no matter what. So it is more of your relation with people goes a long way than your talent. So at times somebody can just look at you and like, okay, we are cool, okay. This is from me to you, that is from me to you, and that's just it. The challenges is I can't go on and on and on. I can't go on. Well, it's been good. It's been good.
All right, thank you very much. Now, before we do continue with questions for the legend himself, Shola Johnson, he says that if you want to understand the concept of being a thespian, you must understand what hard work is all about. You must be able to be prudent in your spending. Do not look at the fact that you do not own a car or a big house. No, that is not the main reason why you are what you are. And anybody who has such ojukokoro, that's what we call it in Yoruba, he will always put you in lots of trouble. We'll take this quick break to watch one or two things that the legend himself has done. And when we come back, we still have Shola Johnson in the building and, of course, O'Reilly. Don't go anywhere.
Did we not tell you to?
Yes, you did. I actually changed car with my wife this morning, and when I went back, it's gone.
Phone gone.
Yes.
You don't finish. It is over.
What do you mean?
Do you know what, Toji? Damn you and damn that food.
How? Now, this same food that made you happy a few seconds ago, what happened?
Toji, I will not take it lightly with you if you try to change this topic. Honestly. Don't let me change it for you.
Relax, relax.
Toji, come on!
Bridget, I don't know if you have noticed my interest in you of late.
I noticed. I'm not a child.
Oh, you do? That's very wonderful. That's wonderful. You know, we have been attending the same worship center for a while, and I just thought that it's a good thing that we get to know each other by going out somewhere. You know, just to know you.
Okay.
All right, welcome back. This is still WhatsApp on Galaxy Television, where we all reach for the stars, and it is from the overall program Be Our Guest. This is where stars are born and made. We do still have the thespian, the actor, the legend in the studio, Shola Johnson, and of course he's an Hollywood actor, and he's been telling us a lot about his journey. I'm sure you guys are learning. It's not by sitting down and enjoying yourself. That's exactly what WhatsApp is all about. But sometimes when a man tells you about his life journey, it's not for you to mock, it's not for you to laugh, it's for you to learn, however sweet or scary it may be. So we just watched something. What movie was that? Do you remember?
Okay, I think the first one was Super Story.
Okay.
Super Story, and the other one was Akwana no Duma. Yeah.
Oh my God! I was almost going to say that those boys, they're men, but I always say those boys. That's because of how they act. Now, which brings me to this question: in the course of your journey, your acting, has there been any script that challenged you so much that, for example, I'm going to take Nino Lowo.
Okay.
There was this movie, I always talk about it, Raising Jobestina. I think that's the series, but he has a main movie. In the movie, it was Jobe,
okay,
and he was with Mary. I can't remember her name right now, but he acted like an area boy. In fact, he was an area boy in that movie. I think that was one of the movies that brought him to light. Now, he says that he spent close to 2 weeks at Oshodi Park learning how these guys act there, learning their way of life, drinking what they drink, eating what they eat, sleeping exactly like they do. He's chilled with them for 2 weeks to be able to murder that role. Now, 2 questions in one. Has there been any script that when you look at, or any role that you've looked at, that you just go to the mirror and like, how am I going to do this? And what's that role that you've prepared for that you had to go the extra mile for?
Wow. Okay. I think okay, let me start with the first question you asked about the role. Family ties. Because after a long while, I was coming back to the industry. You know?
Yeah.
And I was supposed to play the part of a son who just graduated, okay, who was actually 7. Then at the end of the day, he later died.
Wow.
So all through, it was always, I had this hard director. I wouldn't want to mention his name, because the very first time I was introduced that, okay, this is a person playing so role. He was like, come, sit down, let's talk. What is your name? I told him Shola Johnson. I was like, why? What's Johnson doing your name? So with that, I don't know what he was trying to do, but later, one of the top actors we have now, they called me. I was like, don't mind him, just do your thing. So with that, there was this fear. It was not anxiety, it was fear. So I was always careful not to make a mistake or anything. So for every time I'm called on set, we are playing saying so, I'm always like, yeah, what am I going to do? But along the line, I think it got changed. Then another director came, and that director, you know, like the industry, we have actors, directors, who makes it very easy for you. Even if you can't go this way, they tell you, okay, let's try another way. So I think family ties was, and the role that that was given to me, that I had to go extra mile. I noticed that most times some of our directors, I've worked with male and female directors. To be fair, if you tell me to pick side, I'll pick a female director over a male director.
Why? Why is that so?
Okay, good. I believe female directors are always like focused, and it's not as if other male directors are not focused, don't get me wrong, but theirs is always, this is what I want and this is how I want it to be done. So nothing really changes. If you have to change anything, you have to inform them, and when you inform them, you talk about it, no matter how little the role is. And when you talk about it, they're like, okay. They still end up, you still end up doing what they ask you to do, but in another way, with the few I've worked with. That's why I said I still I still go on their side than the male, because male are always like, you know, this our ego, you know, like, okay, I'm the man, this is what I want you to do, and that's how it has to be. And the role that I had to go extra mile was Chronicles. Chronicles was I think it was last year, and I was playing the role of a father to a 22-year-old boy, a 22-year-old guy, because 22-year-old is no longer a boy, no. A guy. So what I now had to do was, my son is 18 years old, is in the university, he's always disturbing me. And the major thing is, everybody knows, like, what's up now? I'm cool, how are you? See, there's something I want to. And if my guy man, like I call him young adults, he's always like, look, I want to borrow money. If I borrow, I'll pay you back. And I'm like, you want to borrow? Okay, you pay me back. So I give him, he'll collect. Young man, where's the money you borrowed now? So so you can imagine that. So maybe somehow I had to learn, because I believe one thing about life, you learn everywhere you go and everything. True. So I had to learn some things from him. You can imagine, I bought PlayStation. I wanted to actually give it to him, but I didn't tell him. Somehow I got to know about it, and it was on my neck. I have to collect this PlayStation. You had to start sending people to me. I had to call. I'm like, young man, the idea was, when you get back from school, you go on holiday, it was in secondary school. That's when people call me. In fact, people had to call me from abroad. An elderly woman called me, Ashala, no, it doesn't matter, just give it to him. Okay, take. These are the rules. Few months after, he scattered the PlayStation. Bring it, let me go and fix it for you. He's telling me, no, don't worry, I'll fix it. Okay, what will happen is, give me money. No, let me go and fix it. I bought it from somewhere, I have to take it back to the person. He said no. To cut the long story short, I had to play the role of a father who has 2 teenagers. Then somehow, there's another son somewhere. And the wife, the wife actually abandoned the son, because according to the story, they got married, and in like a week, few weeks after they got married, the husband went to work, the wife went to take a bath, and a neighbor raped her. So coming back to when the husband came back, he was told that this was what happened. So he was just like, That's crazy. Then few weeks or months after, the wife was pregnant. So the guy was not like, no way, man, this can't be my child. Belongs to the guy that raped you. So the wife's mother was not like, okay, you must have this child. Once you have the child, give it to me. So I'll collect the child, then you can do whatever you want to do. So being the husband, I just instructed that, look, if you give the child to your mother, we are leaving that vicinity. So we went away for almost like 20-something years. She didn't see her child because she loves her husband so much. And the husband was, I'm the man, I'm the boss. So somehow her mother died and she has a will, which, so to cut the long story short, so I had to like deal with my favorite child, who was the one I see as my child. Like, we are in the house together, there were some things I wanted him to do, I was putting him through. Then another son coming in, whom I went as far as banishing from ever coming to where we were. So I had to play the role of a hard man, calm father, supportive father, a loving. So everything was just in and but like I said, I had to go extra mile.
All right, quickly, we'll just take 2 minutes for this question and then we'll round up because time is fast spent. I've been enjoying myself, trust me when I tell you. The legend himself knows how to explain his stories and it is really beautiful. Now, the FGN, through NFVCB Director Dr. Shuaib Hosseini, issued a statement against content creators who release, promote unlawful content, and some people were against it. What's your take on this? 2 minutes.
Okay, quick one. Dr. Shuaib was one of my, how do I put it? Was one of the people that trained me. That's as way back as '96, and I think I saw him like 2-3 weeks ago. And so back to the question concerning this, I don't know if the people who are against this are the practitioners or people outside, because the practitioners really need to understand some things, and they know that there are boundaries which we should not cross as actors. So that's one of the things I can really say about that. It's just like, okay, they tell you there are some vulgar words you're not supposed to say on the TV. A lot of people say them now and they watch. Now, when you give a child a phone, anything can pop up and they tend to look at it. So when I'm on screen and I'm saying the F word, I'm using it anyhow, it can easily fall into anybody's hands. If parents are not guiding their kids on how to go about some things, we should not contribute to it, because that's what happens most times. You see what is being promoted all over the place, and sometimes I don't even get to watch them. Once I see them, I just scroll, like, no, this was not how we were taught. Even the books we read or we are still reading, you don't see things like this in there. So, well, like I said, for me, I'm not like against it, because he is a practitioner to the core. This is somebody that has done it all. That's Dr. Shuaib. He has done it all. And so I'm all in. I'm all in for it.
All right, quickly, as we round up the show, give your fans quick word of advice. Tell them what to expect from you. Just let them know that this is how your journey is and that is how you've been able to sustain it. Just motivate them for 1 minute.
Okay, I don't really have much to say then. If you decide like, okay, you want to be an actor, try and look for something else to do. It might not really be a business or something. It might be another thing that has to do with entertainment, because you still remain in it. For somebody like me now, I do voiceover, I do commercials, I do MC. The MC is always on the low key, but I do commercials and voiceover more. Like, okay, for instance now, I hope I'm permitted to say this, Oloture.
Yes.
Now the narration in Pidgin, I did it. So it's in their what's it called now? Audio description. So the narration, I did the whole thing in Pidgin. So I've done some commercials for Glo, for MTN, and not just acting. So the thing is, you have to strive. Just keep. I still go for auditions. I don't talk people out of auditions. When people come to me, bring us, do us, I tell them, you have to attend auditions.
First.
You have to attend auditions. Because even going for auditions, somebody can just look at you like, they want to do so thing. During Ajoche, a very quick one, during Ajoche, the PM, we happened to be a bit close. She was always like, Ashola, I need people. So from there, I call people to go act. I know people that were part of Ajoche for like 6-7 months. And it was because we met at auditions. So keep attending auditions and keep reading. Actors need to read. Because when they give you a word and you don't know the meaning, it makes it easy for you to quickly Google it and have an understanding. So you can use your own words. So that's it. Just keep moving. Don't stop moving.
All right, quickly give us a social media handle so that we can follow you.
Okay, my IG is Shola Johnson Ade, one word. My Facebook is Adebola Shola Johnson. My Twitter, which is now X. Is Shola Johnson 5000. That's all for that. That's all for now. Thank you.
All right, thank you for coming on the show. On behalf of Galaxy Television and WhatsApp, I want to give you this. It's just a little refreshment to make your body seem cool. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We hope when we call on you next time, you would come through. Yes, we do have the legend himself in the building, and of course, he just got a very beautiful gift from Viju Industries Limited, makers of Viju water and the chocolate drink as well, Viju milk, and some other ones. So this is what we have for him, and we're glad he's in the studio with us. Yes, we'll take a quick break. The man himself says that you should keep moving, you should never stop. That's something that you should put at the back of your mind. Take this quick break. When we come back, WhatsApp on Galaxy Television is still on, and it will be time for Celebrity Gist. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back. I want to quickly take Celebrity Gist. This is still WhatsApp on Galaxy Television. If you're just tuned in, you've not missed everything on the show, but you missed quite a lot because we still do have the legend in the building, Shola Johnson, Nollywood actor extraordinary. Now the first one says quickly, Ice Prince openly denies 12-year relationship claimed by Moe Abebe. Now you know who Moe Abebe is. If you watch there's this music program, I don't want to give props to them, but hey, she's an on-air personality, and just recently she started doing podcasts and with I think Tolani Baj and the likes, and she did openly say in a podcast that she and Ice Prince were in a 12-year relationship. Now Ice Prince retorted whilst he went for his own interview. He used the WHORE word, which I do not want to say on air. It was terrible, and he said, hey, that he will never be associated with that kind of person. You know, there were times when Moe and Ice Prince wore matching outfits to signify they were dating. I feel, I know that they were dating for a while, on and off, you know how it is. Fights, quarrels, and all that, but she came out to say, hey, it's been a 12-year relationship on and off, and this is what we are. And Ice Prince said, madam, I do not and I will not associate with people like you. It's scary to see, but that's what it is. He has debunked any such talk and rumor, and it's like he doesn't want to be associated with a name like Moe. I wonder what Moe did. I really liked her from the start. When she started her career, I think it was Beat FM or something, she was doing really good and all that, but either she went really high or she went really low. I don't understand, but she's still making good money. She's still a very beautiful woman, but sort whatever you have with Ice Prince, and then you guys can come back to being normal. We'll take the second and the last one. Your multiple arrests can ruin you. BB Ninja's Katrina One's Very Dark Man. Now, the truth is, you know, Very Dark Man, he's someone that started with activism and then ventured into something else. We do not know what he's doing right now, but at the end of the day, I'm not telling you I like him. I don't think I'll ever like him. I'm just saying he started doing the right stuff, but along the line he deviated. We feel like he should come back to the status quo, and it's the truth. I ain't gonna lie. For someone who who wants to travel outside the country, do business, get a political post, some of all this plenty arrests. This year alone, I think he's been arrested thrice already. Slept in Kirikiri, is it Kuje, and police station here and there. They bail you. Sometimes just lay low, rest from some of all these things. I don't think the present situation in Nigeria is worth dying for, worth killing yourself over. Just let some things go. Be yourself. What if you were married and you have kids? Is this how you want to do? That's what she's trying to tell him. So take a leave of Katrina's book, Very Dark Man, and be the best version of yourself. That much we can take on the show today. I'm sure you guys missed seeing, or maybe Idola's face. Hey, not to worry. Hopefully tomorrow on the show she will be here as we do the Throwback Thursday edition of WhatsApp on Galaxy Television. It will also be our 205th edition. I'm excited. I'm sure you guys are. To drink water and mind the business that concerns you. Never turn off someone else's light bulb, because you want yours to shine the brightest. Every day above 6 feet is a good day. They say when the rain stops falling, the umbrella loses its usefulness. Put that at the back of your mind this week. Let's enjoy the rest of our day and show love to people, whether they are deserving of it or not. It's for your own good. My name is O'Reilly. Follow me on Instagram at official_O'Reilly. That's AURELWE. On X, which you know is Twitter, it's at Kerelwayne, KERELWYNE. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Yes, it's finally here. Galaxy Digital Communication Network, the latest digital outside broadcast